Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday Wake Up with the Teach Better team. We are so excited to be a part of your morning as we persevere halfway through the week. Jeff, I'm giving my energy. I'm sleepy, but I am awake and I'm here and I'm ready for the fun. And we are going to be right back to get into our topic, our community shout out, teachable moment, all those fabulous things. And I think if I take a few more sips of this coffee, it's going to kick in soon. I'll be right back. Good morning, everyone. We are live for our Wednesday Wake Up with the Teach Better team, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. Shout out to Tammy watching on YouTube because we love when you watch on YouTube.
Yeah,
guys.
love the YouTube.
I know if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, you got to do that real quick. We all use YouTube, but I don't necessarily go to it as my initial platform. I typically get taken there. But all I'm saying is subscribe.
If I can specify, Ray is asking you to subscribe to the Teach Better Team channel on YouTube. That's what we're looking for.
Did I not say that? Sorry.
Well,
bro.
no, it was kind of like, can you just subscribe to YouTube? Like, I think we're all already subscribed to YouTube, right? We bought into it.
Well, and it's the second most popular search engine, right? Isn't that true? Like Google and then YouTube.
Yeah, I know there's a few that are creeping up, but I'm pretty sure it still ranks as the second most popular. Yeah,
right. I don't want you to use YouTube necessarily. I want you to go follow the Teach Better team on YouTube.
Tammy's asking, what do you mean by getting taken to? I think she said taken to YouTube. Tammy, meaning like a link from a tweet, probably, or a link in Instagram. The drives are there, or maybe not. Do you does someone Uber up to your house and drive you to YouTube possibly? Or is it like the movie Taken and they grab you and then they call me and I'm like, look, I don't have a lot of money, but what I do have is no skill to get her back. So have fun.
What I mean is that I don't typically open my YouTube app on my phone, but via a tweet, via a Facebook link, or an email, I then it takes me to YouTube. That ends up being the place that I land to get content. Do you know what I'm saying? It's early, Jeff Gargas.
I'm with you. For those of you watching live, I'd love to see in the comments, by show of hearts, how much would you rather see my version of this than Ray's by click a link? I think mine's exciting. It's like 35 minutes of a movie of me starting to look for you, but they're getting tired really quick and being like, huh.
You don't really need me.
And YouTube just takes you. And I don't know what happens at that point. Most likely it backfires on me and I'm like, oh, Ray's gone. But what happens when YouTube takes you is you get to hang out with Mr. Beast or something.
I love that you really think in some way, shape, or form you'd care if I was taken. I think there'd be a moment where you'd be like, oh, I miss my friend. But when it comes to teach better stuff, you don't need me.
It's the classic, I don't worry about that because if anybody took you, they give you back. That's what I always joke with Jacqueline about. I'm like, if anybody picked you up and took you, they'd give you back in a day. So
are you saying I'm annoying? Is that how we're starting our morning? You're informing me that I'm irritating?
I want to be very, very clear on the record that I did not say that. That is the conclusion you came to. I feel like there's some things you need to work out about yourself there, YouTube girl.
Guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Are we live? Is this happening right now? Is this a thing?
And the comments are booming. Hi, everyone. We're so happy to see you. I know some of you are not watching on the same platform, so you're not seeing all the comments, but I love that people are choosing to be so active this morning. My name is Rae Hughart, and I'm with my bestest friend in the whole widest world, Mr. Jeffrey Raymond Gargas.
Ray, we got to get serious. Kylie's here.
Oh,
got to get Kylie's watching. Got to get straighten it up a little bit. There's nowhere to go but up from here.
By the way, speaking of Kylie, I was looking through all this Teach Better footage because I'm creating. Oh, I'm going to be careful I say this. I'm creating commercials.
Come on now, Josh. Wait a minute. Sorry, the inside joke.
I know. I'm creating commercials for a potential thing that would need commercials during a long live stream. And I have a ton of like Kylie all over the conference as a volunteer, like helping people and being like just like smiley and fabulous. So Kylie, I looked at your face like all day yesterday and you're fabulous.
Is this your way of getting back at me from the way we started the show? You reminded me about the conference that I couldn't go to.
Oh yeah, remember when we had a Teach Better conference and you didn't go?
Although right there, you can't see, but on my wall is the huge green heart that like everyone signed. So like I'm there like every day, which is awesome. So hey, someone in there said, "So glad I found this group. So glad you found this group." But a few other people that commented that where it's not showing your face. So like, do us a favor, just add your name at the end. I think that's typically if you're inside the Facebook groups, the permissions don't always show your face. So we want to know who's saying hi because the comments are flowing in right now. And I'm loving it. Jamie's in the house too. Boy, good morning to everybody.
Hey, is it bad? And I know that we like haven't really officially started the show because we're talking about nothing.
This is about as high as the bar gets on this show. So it's not like we're like it's not like this is a weird way for us to start the show with a bunch of nonsense.
I'm just saying we're 6 minutes in, so it hasn't like officially started yet. We're still asleep. But
when does it officially start? We said we were doing a 15-minute show. When does it start?
Oh, yeah.
14 minutes.
Guys, you know when you're really tired and you're like, hey, rather than doing a live stream, let's just do a 15-minute show. We're 6 minutes in and haven't provided value. We can't do a 15-minute show.
We're almost done. Comedic value, don't downplay that. This has been hilarious so far. You're welcome.
Has it though? I think people are disappointed already, just so you know.
I didn't say it was. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get into something actual here. Do you want to talk about actual stuff?
Speaking of actual, shout out to Dan in the comments who recently joined our private Facebook group. For those of you who have not joined the Teach Better Team free private Facebook group, head to teachbettergroup.com and you can join over the 7.2 thousand educators that hang out there and share resources.
It started as a really great commercial.
I know. Here's the deal. So I know that you didn't watch the Sunday show because you stink, but
I always watch the Sunday show.
Okay. Well, the Sunday show is, I feel, a more official and valuable live stream that we do. And that's on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, but it's exclusive to our private group. And that I love because all the comments are in one place. So when somebody you see all of them. We do like interviews there, panels, and then that recording gets taken not to YouTube, but it actually does because it then live streams on Monday night so everybody can see it. But the private group is where all the commenting is. So that's like kind of the fun.
Versus like right now, you know, we're live both on our Facebook page and in the Facebook group, but also on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Twitch, and on YouTube. So, you know, the comment you're making is not necessarily being seen by everybody. It's only the people on that platform, which we do that so that we can be everywhere because some people like to watch on certain different places. But yeah, I think that's something cool about the Sunday show. And we did that intentionally. That was, I'm pretty sure we'll give Rachel credit for that.
No, don't. It came from our focus group.
It did come from our focus group with the ambassadors. Yeah, shout out to our ambassadors. That's right. Sorry, Rachel, you don't get that today, but happy birthday. Yeah, Ray stole your thunder, but happy birthday.
Well, I'm just saying. But here's what I was going with, Jeff. If you watch the show, we may have alluded to the fact that if there was an announcement about us having Teach Better events, we might release it there first because it's
I've heard that there's potential that if we were to have future Teach Better events, that it would most likely be announced on that show on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. During that, yes, that's likely. Yes.
So my suggestion, if you're awake this morning, and it looks like a few of you are, you might want to make sure you're in the private group because that's where you're going to get the tea the earliest. Is that
I saw it got posted. It's posted in the comments on Facebook. But if you go to if you go to facebook.com and either search for Teach Better Team or go to /group/Teach Better Team, it'll get you there, or just go to teachbettergroup.com. All those different ways for you to get there will just take you right there. You got to do a quick, I think there's 3 questions you got to answer real quick, and then our team will get you in and stuff. So
Let's be honest. If you don't answer them, I still let you in as long as you look like an educator.
As long as you look like an educator, especially as long as you
Yeah.
have like a profile picture. Um,
No, you have to have an educator profile picture, like you're holding a pencil or you have cool
or an
glasses
apple,
on. An
or an apple.
apple. There you go. If
You
you're
got to be
holding
holding
an
an
apple in
apple.
your profile picture, you're in. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so quick question, and then we can move on from this. Is how did I get in then? I don't feel I come across as an educator picture.
I'll be fully transparent here, Jeff. I think you created the group, so that's how. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. Someone
Yeah.
saying what? You need to look at the questions. You should be looking at the questions. They're very important.
That's because that's
Do
Bree
not
and
listen to Rae.
Bree
She's
on
on her
our
way to YouTube.
Bree in our on our Teach Better team. If you guys haven't connected to Bree Fennel, like your life will be changed today. Go connect with her. And she is a rule follower, and she is like an energetic, always on the go type educator. So for her, she's like not a rule breaker. She would not. She would always look at the questions. She's the
That's true.
boss.
That's a good point. Yeah. She also won't let you in unless you answer the questions because that's the rules.
Ugh, whatever. The questions are easy. It's like, are you an educator? Yes or no.
It's like, are you holding an apple? Good. Do
Have
you
you
own a
ever
pencil? Great.
Have you ever eaten an apple? Have you ever written with a pencil? All fine.
It should just be like, are you stressed? Are you overworked?
Oh,
Are you underappreciated? Oh, good. You're an educator. Come on in. Like,
underpaid. You forgot underpaid.
oh, I thought I didn't say underpaid. Okay, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
all right. So we're 12 minutes in. Let's do something different than what
you
we
want me to
have been
click?
doing for 12 minutes.
No, I'm gonna click the button and we're gonna get into like educational content. Are you ready?
Oh, okay. Sure. That sounds great.
I mean, if you could look more excited by the time we come back, that'd be great.
Welcome back to your Wednesday Wake Up with the Teach Better team. We are currently live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn. I've messed that all up again. But I'm excited to be here. And that's Rae Hughart. I'm Jeff Gargas. And we are here to try and attempt to get you through the rest of your week with, let's face it, a little bit of humor, maybe some pity, and hopefully a little bit of something that's actually valuable.
I
Yes?
just want to note that our viewers, our engagement, and our comments are through the roof, and we've provided no value so far. So the bar is
Yeah.
way lower than we expected.
So we
Love
gotta
you
figure out
guys.
what's going on here. Like, why are we? So maybe they come here for the midweek break from anything worth listening to,
I
and
guess we love you
that's what I
guys.
get. They're
Thank you
just
for
here
waking
for
up.
each other. They don't come for us. They come for the community and family. So, anyway, this is the part of the show where we typically talk and try to provide some sort of value. So we were kind of chatting a little bit, trying to think through start of the year. There's a lot of things we could talk about, and I would like to sort of throw to you and have you talk. What? Why are you raising your hand? I have an idea.
Wait, I just want to point out we can go with yours, but I also have an idea.
Is your idea better than mine? Because you know what my idea is. So is it better?
I think my idea is separate from yours and we can do both. So you can go first, buddy.
I don't like this at all. I don't trust you. Anyway, where I wanted to go was looking at a new year, and we talk about this a lot. This isn't something new or anything like that, but we talk about trying new things, being innovative, always looking to be better, obviously. And I think a start of a new year is a lot of times when we start doing those things. But there's also a lot of new stuff that's been popping out recently, and some new technology. And I've been seeing a whole lot of a mix of excitement, curiosity, and then a whole lot of fear. And I just want to touch not specific to the things that have been going on. If you've paid attention to a lot of stuff in the tech world, you probably know what I'm talking about. I want to go into that. I want to focus more on not just tech, but just all in general, because it might be tech, it might be just a new strategy, it might be literally a new lesson plan or a new 5-minute start to class, whatever, new bell ring or whatever you want to call it. But trying new things and not being afraid to fail, to fall on your face and get back up. And how do we give ourselves the grace to do that and give ourselves the ability to like possibly fall flat on our face in front of the students, get back up, learn from it, and be better the next day?
I don't think I ever planned this way, but recently, either because of just experience or because of just talking to so many educators over the last few years to gain so many different perspectives, but I feel like I've started encouraging educators to lesson plan a little bit differently, where they lesson plan with the intention, the goal, the plan of whatever they're trying to do. And then right before they essentially stop their lesson plan and say, hey, okay, I'm done, I'm ready to execute, they take one more step and say, when or if this doesn't go well, what's the first step I'm going to take? And I think that has given some educators that I worked with recently the ability to feel like they can take a little bit of the risk, because when they take the risk, if something doesn't go perfectly, which by the by, as a reminder, it never goes perfectly, then you already have the next thing planned. So you don't feel like you are in any way like a bad educator and you don't know how to come out of it, which is not a feeling that we want any educator to feel, because you're not a bad educator. But it's that concept of like being ready for when something happens, so that when or if it occurs, you feel like you're not stuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And I think I'm remembering correctly. Someone who knows it better than me might want to, but I think in our book, we actually talk about this. We talk about the plan to plan and plan to not plan part, right? And I believe it's been a while, like that I connected it like to businesses who do spend all this time on business plan, and it's different a week later. And with teachers, like you spend all this time on lesson plan, and a lot of times it's different 5 minutes later, because of all the things that could change so quickly in your classrooms. And so it's, if I'm hearing you say essentially that you have the plan, but then you have to plan. Part of your plan has to be the plan of like it's not a plan anymore. Like I've got to throw it away and start over. Like, how do I adjust that? And I think if you go at it the way that you're talking about, was have a solid plan that you feel good about, but then take that last step of being ready, so that when it happens, you don't get hit with the I'm a failure, I messed up, or whatever. You're ready to go, hey kids, it didn't work. Let's figure out how to make it work for us now, right? Let's do this and move forward. And I think that's also a great lesson plan, a great modeling for your students, by the way.
Sure. And even if you're not an educator who necessarily feels the guilt, the emotional disappointment, it does just allow you to pivot more quickly. Educators are constantly pivoting. I don't think we give ourselves credit for that work. And even if you're not somebody who feels that disappointment when something doesn't go well, it's just simply going to allow you to pivot more quickly, more effectively, so that you don't lose time. Because if nothing else, when something doesn't go well, even if the emotional component's not there, you are kind of like losing time adjusting to try and fix it. So it's helping with that efficiency.
Yeah, because I think even if the emotional, you don't beat yourself up necessarily, there is that immediate thought to like, shoot, like what went wrong? Like, how do I fix it? Versus, all right, I already know how to handle this. I planned for the fact that that might not work, or that part might not work, or something wasn't going to go right, and I'm ready for this. I think that's spot on. Can we flip it to a?
Really quick,
go ahead, and then I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, in the comments, Andrea is saying that's one of the hardest part of being a new teacher. And I agree, because when you're a new teacher, you don't have the experience of all the different things you could pivot to. And I think we need to celebrate right now, regardless of who you are listening to our Wednesday Wake Up, you've had experience because it's January 11th. So whether you've had a week of experience, half a year of experience, or 20 years of experience, you're not a new educator anymore, in terms of you've had the opportunity to see some stuff. So kind of celebrating the fact that you have the expertise to do this.
Can we look just a minute from an administrator lens for any of our administrator friends in the chat or listener or whatever? And how do we create? And I know that this is a topic that can go a long time and go all over the place, but I'm going to do my classic from the Teach Better Talk podcast. Rae, I need you to do this in like 30 to 45 seconds. How administrators, and honestly, this is everyone together, but I'm going to push on our leaders, our administrators, on how do we create the environment where teachers that may have that emotional response to this how do we create the environment to help them limit or eliminate that so that they can plan this and feel like it's okay to do that, right? Does that make sense what I'm trying to get to here?
Yeah. And I think there's two different suggestions that I would point leadership to, and we can get more specific if people have questions in the comments. But one component is reacting to the educator's emotional state. I really value when I get words of affirmation from leadership. So being a leader who can model and provide words of affirmation when something doesn't go well is really helpful. A leader that can come to me as an educator and say, hey, no worries. I'm really glad you tried something, and give me that words of affirmation that it was good, even though I didn't have the outcome I wanted. And then also modeling. I know this is silly, but I really value a leader that can show me to like not stress about it, like to like let it go. I had a leader that I worked for one time that would just walk away and be like, it's all good. We'll try next time. Like, you didn't hurt kids, move on. And then they would literally like just walk away and go to the next thing. And in some regard, I kind of valued watching someone else kind of like wipe it off your shoulders and move forward. So I appreciate that.
A lot of times, so I was gonna say, because a lot of times that stress or that immediate feeling you get is worry.
Yeah.
Of what's the consequence of this. You're always going to worry whether what you're doing right for your kids, and you're going to be worried if you don't do as well. Like that's always going to be a thing, but it's the same thing. Like plan for that, you can move on. But there's also that extra level of how's my boss going to react?
Right.
Like what if, right? And from an administrator lens, I think how you get to that part, and the reason you mentioned one of your former administrators doing that is like that's trust, right? Like you have to trust the people that are on your staff and the team that you have, that they're always doing what they feel is best for kids in that moment. If you have that, it's really easy as a leader to go, it's all good. Like you messed up. I know you got it. Like, just let me know if I can help you.
Right.
And if you need to go vent because you're having trouble with the emotion part, like maybe I can help, but like, it's not about you messed up. It's about, let's get on to the next thing. So
yeah, and that's always helpful. I think the other component, and this is actually something that you guys could steal for even today, because we just did it yesterday. There's so many resources out there that are quick strategies, quick tips to continue to improve our teachers. And something like Wednesday Wake Up, we have, some goofing off here. We're talking about the Teach Better team. Hopefully have some teachable moments, but it's like a 45-minute live stream. So I would suggest if you were going to send something like this to your staff to check out, you might either tell them to start it at the 20-minute mark or whatever, because you probably want them to have a short amount of content that they're consuming. They might choose to watch the whole video. Something that we did yesterday, though, we just did a live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern yesterday on Tuesday night, where we focused on 3 ways to improve one specific concept. Yesterday had to do with goal setting and reflecting. And the value of that quick 15-minute live stream is simply that it gave you 3 different strategies. You could send that out to staff and say, hey, if you're exploring this concept, here's 3 things to consider to be better. And I really value leadership that is going to be encouraging educators to try things by sharing out ways to try new things. So quick content, whether it be articles or videos or anything else, to allow educators to make a tweak and try something new, I think is really valuable.
Rae, is that video just exclusive to the group, or does that go everywhere?
No, so that video did stream everywhere yesterday. Okay. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. I would suggest going to YouTube because there is a specific playlist where it has our monthly quick tips. I think this has been the 4th one that we've done, and they're all driven for like 15-minute quick content videos. They're supposed to be like bite-sized pieces. It's specifically for our grant that we're working with the 16 ESCs in Ohio, but we decided to stream it everywhere because then we just send it to them in a specific newsletter. So.
Yeah. So I want to celebrate something, but it kind of folds into the next segment of our show. So maybe we go there first, and then we'll celebrate that, and then celebrate someone.
Awesome. We'll be right back. Let's do it.
Welcome back to your Wednesday Wake Up with the Teach Better team. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And this is the part of the show where we get to what?
This also becomes an episode of the Teach Better Talk podcast.
But I got the order right, Ray. Let me have it.
But I just want people to go also subscribe to our Teach Better Talk podcast on wherever they listen to podcasts. Bro.
She doesn't know what she does. It's okay. Forgive her. She's tired.
It's fine. I'm being taken.
Yes, this is you're right. You're absolutely right. I did. This goes up to the Teach Better Talk podcast. If you're listening there afterwards, that's awesome. Please subscribe and leave a rating and review as well. So this is part of the show where we highlight someone from our community, and we're going to do that. But I want to highlight something that's going on in our comments right now that I absolutely love, and that's that there's like a going gradeless conversation study group. So I keep hitting my mic. Something going on and being planned here. And I love it. Like that's like so much of why we do so many of the things that we do is the community that we've been able to be a part of and that's grown with us. So all of y'all who are doing that, whoever's taking the lead on that, reach out to me, Jeff at teachbetter.com, and let's see if we can help support this conversation going on. I'm loving it. So that's I'm just like pumped up. That's exciting. So
don't forget, guys, we did do a going gradeless book study in our ambassador group, and they blogged about it. So if you go to teachbetterblog.com, you can find that blog.
We did.
Yeah,
I love it.
We have some ambassadors that are really exploring creative uses for grading, and they're using the ambassador family to facilitate some of that like reflection and problem solving. So it doesn't surprise me it's coming up. They've been all about this for like over a year and a half.
Yeah, so I love it. Let's talk about it. Anyway, so let's talk about someone's. We're gonna highlight someone specifically right now.
Yes. So we have a educator I'm going to throw up here. If you guys have not connected with Epic, you absolutely should. Epic Williams is a coach, and we actually connected with her when we were in Vegas accepting the global award that Teach Better got earlier, or I guess at the end of 2022. Mm-hmm. I'm showing her Instagram right now. Her Instagram is Insight Coach, and then her name, IPEK. Here's what I love. She is all about wellness and meditation. She is an educator and focuses not only on the teacher, but also has a ton, and I cannot even say this enough, a ton of ways to use meditation and mindfulness with students. I'm showing her Instagram, which is like her personal account. But if you click through her links, I will tell you that she is using an app, a resource that is incredibly valuable. And I'm not kidding. There are so many resources to go through quick 5-minute meditations with students. She teaches it as well as participates in it. I'm such a fan. We actually were supposed to have a meeting yesterday, and I didn't get to chat with her. We're going to chat tomorrow. So I haven't talked to her since Vegas, so I'm excited to catch up. But I just was baffled when we were having lunch. She was sitting at our table and talking about the work that she does was interesting, but talking about the resources that she's built up and is already sharing with educators, it just blew my mind how many resources were out there. So if you're an educator looking for ways for students to be more mindful or get into meditation, maybe you want to use it to start class or end class, find ways to do that maybe after a lunch period, I will tell you that she had endless student classroom resources that were short and sweet and really valuable.
And she was just super sweet, so nice, passionate about what she does. That's awesome. I love it. Good to highlight a very pretty new member of our community. So that's cool.
Yeah, I know she's looking to get more involved in the Teach Better family, but like I said, we just met her like 3 weeks ago. So it's fun.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. Hey, Ray, do you know that while we were there, we also met Joe Coy? All right, Katie's gonna fire us, but Katie's getting really tired of our joke of constantly mentioning that we met Joe Coy. Anyway,
we did meet Joe Coy. We did. We'll be right back.
So the best part is.
Raise your hand if you're happy that I cut off Jeff Gargas. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wednesday Wake Up. We are streaming streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And we love being here every single Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern, which is 6 a.m. Central, which is why I'm still half asleep. And we are excited to be a part of, checking in with you halfway through your week. Jeff, did you have something to say about Joe Coy?
I have two things to say. One is that Katie had just commented "stop it," which, based on the time delay, meant she did that before we said something about Katie doing it, which I just thought was funny. Secondly, I want to point out that you have not made a single comment this entire. We've been live for almost 31 minutes. We were on screen together for a few minutes prior to going live, and you have yet to comment on my new shirt.
Oh my gosh, literally the moment you were like, you have yet to comment, and I'm like, he's going to talk about his shirt. I knew it.
Because I have like 5 shirts I wear, maybe, and you know them all, because I think 2 of them are black.
Yeah. And the other one is in your profile. The other one's your profile picture. And every time you wear it, I'm like, oh my God, it's our profile picture shirt.
Well, yeah, and it's the one that I have in my presentation. So when I forget that and do that when I'm presenting someone, I'm like, oh, shoot. New shirt. It's colorful.
I really like the new shirt. I also really like that there's some pink in it. I think it goes wonderfully with your beautiful face and skin tone. I say just live it up. You officially look like you shouldn't live on radio and you should be on a live stream. That's what I'm saying. You look good. You look good.
I might have the shirt for a live stream, but I got the face for radio, my friend. So
I'm telling you, I think actually we are all secretly, when we get off this live stream, going to all order that shirt. And someday we'll have a live stream where 5 different people are on a live stream wearing that same shirt.
That'd be a lot of fun.
If you are listening on the Teach Better Talk podcast, which is where this episode will go when we're done recording, Jeff is in a cream button down with a blue and pink plaid overlay.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I think. Different shades of blue and pink because they're overlaying each other. It's exciting. It's an exciting shirt for me.
Are you saying you don't like my shirt, by the way? I feel like if we're going to comment on you, why didn't you?
I love your shirt, but you have a wider variety of a wardrobe, so it's harder to know if it's new or not. I feel like I'm like 9 out of 10 times that I'm on this live stream, I'm wearing the same things. It's like one of those couple button downs or like a hoodie or something. So like,
do you have a New Year's resolution to improve or enhance or whatever your wardrobe, or is this just like
my New Year's resolution is to impress Katie Miglin. That's
all
I'm really focused on. This is part of that. I'm hoping to like get a little bit of a leg up. I kind of already messed up with the Joe Coy thing, so like
this is not going well.
It's not going well. I got to meet with her in like not long after we get done with this, so like it's gonna be a rough one.
Friends, as a reminder, many people set resolutions and then don't keep them even 11 days in. So do yourself a favor and do us a little bit of a favor and type your New Year's resolution in the comments if you have one. We'd love to help you here have some accountability. So if you want to post your New Year's resolution so you can remind yourself and those around you how we can support you, feel free to throw that in there.
I love it.
Yeah. So good.
And if you don't have a New Year's resolution, this is where we issue a challenge to like finish your week strong. So that could be your new resolution.
Wait, it really could, because
it could Wednesday. Be. Yeah, it's early enough. Yeah. So if you've already dropped off and failed on your first one, you can get this one. Instead, if you went to the gym twice and you haven't gone again, that's okay. It's still early in the month. You can reset your New Year's resolution. It's great.
I will say, if you're an educator that in any way, shape, or form is trying to use student goal setting and reflecting, I would challenge you this week to go watch that quick tips, because it was a 16-minute live stream with 3 action steps. And I feel like that would be a good end of the week challenge, is find 15 minutes at some point between now and Friday to consume that and see if it's a good fit for you to be better next week.
I like that. That's a good one.
Jeff,
we'll go with that one. That one's good.
Sure. We're going to wrap up our conversation here, but I would like to challenge our viewers that if you need anything, or if you have a topic that you want us to discuss or create any content around, that you let us know. The Teach Better team is constantly brainstorming new ideas. We have a big announcement coming on Monday of this coming week, so get excited for that. And we're excited to be a part of your 2023. So please let us know how we can continue to support you. Jeff, any final words before we say goodbye to our friends and family here?
Let's get out there and let's teach better.